Hello everyone, it's Susan Kennedy and I'm broadcasting this week from the north of northern New South Wales in Australia. So I'm at the back of a New Age shop at the moment where I do readings here, so I've just ducked out to do this the show for you today. So looking forward to sharing some insight with you and to do a couple of readings very shortly. So firstly, I just thought I'd talk about what's happening at the moment energetically, because there's so much going on, and I'm sure that if you're watching or listening, this may be affecting you as well. So we're in that pre-season, pre-Christmas energy, and I know at the moment there's a different kind of anxiety that seems to come with people. And I call it the Christmas anxiety. It's that time of year where things seem to really get on top of you, maybe a little bit more than usual. And one of the reasons for that is I believe at this time of year we feel the loss of other people a lot more keenly. If we've lost people during the year, then we're going to really be more aware of that, because Christmas is that time when normally we're sharing with family and friends. And as you're out there and out and about doing the things that you do, the thoughts of the lives that you've shared and the things that you've done will be there ever present with you. So I believe it's just to be very gentle on yourself at this time of year. Now, you may have lost people through sickness and through death, sudden or expected, but it's still never easy. And also, if you've lost anybody through a relationship breakup this year, again, at this time of year, it always seems to just hurt that little bit more, because it's a time when families come together, and it's a time when all of the dreams that we have really seem to be very much in the forefront of our minds. So my message is just to be very gentle with yourself this week, and also to recognise that there can be times where there is a lot of regret. You look back at the 12 months and you say, well, there were things that I was going to do, people that I was going to catch up with, things that I had planned to create in this last 12 months. Now, I know it's been a huge 12 months for so many people, because we've been in this number one year, which has been massive for change, massive for you clearing away any old things from the past that have been there under the surface, just stopping you from living your life. So a big year, the big message from Spirit is just slow down, just relax and just let go, and recognise at this time of year how much worry you carry. The worry about, have I got the right present? Will everybody else be happy? And the reality is, people just want you. They just want to be around you. They just want to be with you. So the gifts really aren't important, and it's more about how can you share yourself, how can you share your dreams, how can you share your hopes. So really know that, as I said, the anxiety at this time of year can be very high. So if you're suffering from that, then really just take a few minutes to step back and find some words that you can say, sort of a beautiful mantra that you can make up for yourself. So one of the things I've been saying is, I am enough, I have done enough, and I'm in the moment enjoying everybody else's presence. And obviously not the gifts that we're giving, but the presence of ourselves. Because the reality is, most relationships, in my experience, break down because people aren't being present. So they are, people are always looking for, why is my partner not listening, or why aren't they paying attention? So just be in the present moment as much as you can. Right, so now I've got Karen in Loch Lomond, Scotland. Yeah. Wow, Karen, how are you today?
I'm okay, how are you? How are you?
Yeah, I'm well.
That's good.
Must be late there, is it? Late at night?
3:30 in the morning. It's 3:30 in the morning. It's 3:30 in the morning.
Oh my goodness me! What are you doing up at this time?
Can't sleep. I'm waiting for you. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So how could I help you, Karen?
I'm just looking for a wee bit of guidance, really, a wee bit of insight for a situation that I'm kind of dealing with at the moment.
Yeah, okay. Well, my feeling is there's a lot going on around you where you're potentially feeling very stuck, and I know it feels that there's that you're not in a very good space at the moment. Is that correct?
Yeah, with a specific situation, yes.
Yeah. Because I know it feels very, it's almost as though for you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. Now, is this around a relationship?
Yes, it's a parental relationship.
Sorry?
It's with a parental relationship.
Parental relationship, yeah. Okay. So, look, my feeling is at the moment that times are very, very tough for you, and I do understand that, and I feel that there's a lot of, it's almost as though there's a lot of depression around you, and that's affecting you, and there's also a lot of arguing going on around you. And I know there's this question of what do I do? Has there been loss recently as well?
Well, no, not really loss. I need to make a decision about loss, about disconnecting with someone. That's kind of really arguing with myself.
Yeah. So the feeling of it, yeah. Sorry? It's just really hard to hear. I might just have to ask you to speak up a bit.
Okay, I'm having to make the decision about disconnecting with a parent, and that's where the loss is coming from.
Yeah. And look, that feeling, and I know that it's very hard, but it feels like a no-win situation for you at the moment. Mm-hmm. And I do know that by making that decision to do that, it's going to bring you back to a space of power within yourself, because I just feel that energy around you at the moment is not helping you and potentially not helping them either.
Yeah.
So is this your mother?
No.
It's your father?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So, look, I know that whatever that decision is that you're struggling with at the moment, it's to make that disconnection and do it from a space of love for yourself. Because I know that you carry responsibility very heavily. And it feels to me as though there needs to be a lot of healing for you around this situation. Because it's not just what's happening now, it feels a lot about what's happened in the past. So I do know that it's quite a delicate situation is all I want to say. And because we're on air, I can't say too much. But I do know that it's really important for you to get as much help as you can and to know that you are doing the right thing. And I do feel that it will be a big relief for you as soon as you make that choice. Yeah. And it will also free you up to trust now in everything else around you. Because I feel like it's brought your life to a bit of a standstill at the moment. Now, I just have to ask this. Are you so the first image I got is that you really feel at the lowest point you've been at for a long time. You understand that?
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah. So my big call to you is to get some help. Okay? Is to get some help, to seek out someone that can help you just make sense of this, or just to give you some medical help or some counselling help or something. But I really do feel that where you're at the moment is that sort of the sense of it being very, very dark for you. And although you feel that there's no way out, I know that there is. And I know that you're going to get through this very quickly and easily, but you do need to reach out is the big message for you. So absolutely. I know that you're afraid of doing that. And and I also know that you're afraid. Sometimes there's a stigma around all this sort of stuff, but I just know it's the right time for you to do it. And I feel that you're going to get some amazing help and some amazing support. So it is time. And I know when I look forward for you for the new year, it just feels as though it's a big door that does need to close for you, that will just open up healing. The big message is about healing for you. And also knowing that you've created strong boundaries and that the future for yourself is safe and for your children. I get Our Lady of Holy Fire as a beautiful card that comes in. So I just know that you're very protected, and it's just all about you really following what you feel is right and trusting in it. So difficult times, but you are strong, and you are making the right decision.
Okay, that's great.
So just before we go, just quickly, Karen, what's your birthday?
Pardon?
Your birthday. What's your date of birth?
The 17th of September.
Yeah, okay.
1966.
66?
Yes.
Yeah. 16, 24, 25, 32, 31, 45. Well, you know, your whole life purpose is about finding freedom, and it does. And you know, there's been a lot of hard work in your life. I know that, and there's been a lot that's happened. So as you go into next year, 9, 10, 17, you've got a lot of endings happening next year, which also create a lot of beginnings for you. And next year is about choice. It is about choosing yourself. And I know there's a lot of heartache within, but, you know, healing, help, reaching out, speaking, taking those steps, just do it. You know, I feel that you will be very well supported. So it's just important that you get that personal help that you need for yourself right now. So we'll leave you with all of that and wish you all the very best for your future as you make that decision just to free yourself.
That's fantastic.
Okay, thank you
very much. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
That's okay. That's okay. So I've got Alison in Aurora, Colorado. Alison, how are you today?
I'm doing great, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Perfect. I'm happy that you chose me. Okay. I'm so thrilled. Thank you.
That's okay. That's okay. How can I help you today?
Well, I kind of have 3 different things, and you can just tell me what you're more, what you pick up on. Just the health of me and my husband. I also anything about my kids, and we also own a business and are thinking about maybe changing businesses, and so.
All right. So I'll just start with you and your health, the health for you and your husband. I feel that you're both tired. I really do. I feel that there's a lot of exhaustion around you. And I know that you both keep each other going is what I feel. So you must be in the business together, because it feels that the two of you together keep things balanced, you know. And if one of you was to get sick or one of you was to not be there, I think it would be quite detrimental to the situation. And I do feel that with both of you, little things are starting to just appear, but it's more that I feel I need a complete break and a complete rest. So whatever you're doing around your business, I'm just trying to tune into what the business is, because I feel that you're very much in the public, you know, so you must either have some sort of retail or some. Are you in retail?
Yeah, it's it's a tire service and sales.
Yeah. Okay. So I know that there's you know, when I look at the future for that business, I feel as though your husband and yourself, it feels as though it's time to make big changes. And I don't know whether I'm looking at selling it, but I just get this sense of a big change next year, because I just feel that it's too much for you both. And I get a sense that, so there must be, maybe it's not selling, but is there expansion that you're looking at?
No, it's actually, you know, instead of doing, you know, selling fires and doing service. We were looking more into a non-profit organization.
Looking at what, sorry?
Oh, like a non-profit organization, like doing, something where we could help people, like mainly veterans, elderly people, and elderly animals.
Yeah. That feels time for that, and it feels right for it. Because one of the things when I first tuned in, it was like you were in service. So I felt that there's healing energy within you both. And I really do feel that it's time for you to, to really just let go, slow down, because what you're doing, you put 110% in. But I also know that there's the lack of fulfillment in a way, because there's only so much joy you can get from that kind of work, and you're both ready to do a lot more. So, Alison, I'll just get your date of birth, if I may.
Yeah, it's 4/12/70.
Yeah. Thank you. So it's 10, 17, 18, 20, 24, 24, 6, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6, 7. So you're going into a year of endings as well next year, just similar to the other lady. And the energy of that is that as things close, new things open. And I just feel that you will be very grateful for it. So I know that whatever's going there, it's time for you to share your own gifts and to get out there doing the things that you really enjoy. Now, your children feel to me as though they're about to leave school if they haven't already. So are your children grown up or almost at leaving school or graduating?
Yeah, our children are all grown up, and we have one that still lives at home.
Okay, yeah, and because we've only got a short amount of time, I can't really go into every child, but, my sense is if I go through your 3 questions anyway with your health, the big thing I get with your health is that you both need to let go of anxiety around this change, but that the hours that you've put in and the way that you work, and who's got the bad leg? Somebody's got a bad knee or a bad leg.
Yeah, I have a bad, it's my ankle.
Yeah. Because I was just feeling that as I'm speaking to you. So I know that it's time. I don't know whether you're going to look at an operation on your knee or something, but I just feel that there's something there that needs taking care of, on your leg, so that needs to be done. With your husband, I know he takes a lot of pressure on in his job, so this thing that I said at the beginning, there's a lot of pressure that you're both under all the time. You both keep each other going, but it's time just to let go of it all. And I feel that you've done pretty well. I feel that your financial situation is good. It's more, if we do this now, how will it be? And I just feel it will be the right thing for you. And I also feel that you will sell your business. It feels like I will sell it, and that will be financially, a good thing for us to do. So it's really taking that leap of faith, because next year is about choice. And as you go into endings next year, endings always bring beginnings. It's about knowing that you're not stuck, and I also feel that you've sacrificed a lot of your own life. I mean, you personally, not your husband, in the chosen career. So I know that by moving into this different energy, it's going to really ignite your fire. You might come back and look at the video, but I've got this beautiful card, which is about sharing your gifts. So it's like the Empress card in the tarot, but it's saying that you've got lots of gifts to share and light to shine. So I really feel that will be really, really good for you. Now, let me just see as well. So, just tune in a little bit more. So any one of your children in particular, is there a daughter that you're concerned about?
Yes, my daughter, Brooke.
Brooke, yeah. Okay. So she feels to me that she's just not happy with something at the moment. Have you just moved house, or are you planning on moving home? Or is she it feels like there's been a change that she has no control over, that she's feeling unhappy about. Do you understand that with her?
Yeah, she got a divorce and moved back home with us, and, you know, we're helping her raise her daughter.
Yeah.
And
there's an energy with her, though, of not accepting responsibility for everything that's happened. Because in my mind, when I saw her, I know that she's angry about what's happened. And I guess potentially because she's come back home, for her, it's that loss of independence. Although, even though you're helping her, I know that she's not dealing with it in the best way that she could. So I do feel that will settle down. She has to really find her balance emotionally. I know that she finds that very difficult. And I do feel that going forward for her, it will be important for her to get back into the workforce if she's not there already, because independence is big for her. And I feel that situation is over now. Is her daughter, she around 7, the daughter, 3 or 7?
No, she's 2.
She's 2. Okay, 3 is closer. All right, so because I know that's really wonderful that you're there to help with that as well. But I just know that she's still going through a lot of releasing about the breakup of that situation. So the thing for you, I sense, is you're the stabilising force.
Oh, totally.
And even though you're doing a lot, I just know that she's a little bit resentful, is how it feels. So would you understand that with her?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So the feeling that I get is that with the changes that are going on around you, you mustn't let this stop you. In fact, it must be your catalyst in a way, because especially for your daughter, she needs to be able to step up into her own life. She's ready to take on more, is what I feel. And what I mean by that is, at some level, you have to remind her that this was her relationship and her choices. So you haven't created the situation for her. She's the one that's created it. And what you're doing is you're helping her. So it's really just about holding her accountable, holding her hand, letting her get over all of her sadness that she's going through at the moment. But I really feel a big shift and a change with her next year as well. Is she thinking of going back to school or back to studying?
Yes, she is.
Yeah. So, again, encourage her in that, because the feeling I get with her is she has to really find her sense of self again, that when she does that, she will, she'll settle down. Because that she could too easily give over the responsibility of her daughter to you, and yet there's part of her that's resentful about it as well. So you just have to have this talk with her and say, hey, you can't have it all ways, so let's just work together on this. And I know that she will. I know that she will settle things down. It's just patience with her is what I feel at the moment. She just, especially, I don't know whether you heard what I was saying at the beginning, but I feel that her saddest thing is that she feels she doesn't have her own place anymore. That she hasn't got her own space. And even though you've given her a beautiful space in which to live, I feel that's her biggest complaint, if you like. So I know that she's going to, and it's also a sense of isolation with her as well. This feeling of, I don't know whether she feels that other people will be judging her. But she will work through these things. So I just get big changes. Just be patient with her. In a way, she's got to go through her own sadness in order to let it go. And I know that as she goes into next year, there will be new friendships that come in for her, and almost a sense of the girl that you knew, because I just get the sense that she's not the girl that you knew and the girl that you know and love. And I don't mean that you don't love her anymore, but I just know that she's just in that sort of petulant stage is what I would call it. Does that help you?
Yes, it does. Totally.
Yeah. So I know that, you're just in that little little bit of turmoil at the moment with her, but she'll find herself again, because I do feel that you two have had a very close relationship. I do feel that's coming in again, and I do feel she'll be a lot more, as soon as she starts to feel really good about herself. I'm just going to draw you a Mother Mary card. Interesting, so I'm not sure about that one. So it's Our Lady of Creative Choice. I've got two. These are beautiful cards, and one is Our Lady with the Moon at her feet and Our Lady of Creative Choice. So what it really tells me when I look at them is that it's really for your daughter to make her choices, but also for you to allow her to make those choices, and just to know it's a temporary situation, and that the energy is with you. You know, look after your health, look after your business situation, because it's important for you. I feel like you're the one in the family that is the strongest one, by the way. So I know that you're the one that makes those really hard decisions. So just keep on focusing on your strength and your abilities, and trusting in your intuition to do what's right. So I wish you well. I know it's going to be actually quite a nice Christmas for you, but I just feel next year new energy and time for you to get creative as well. So you must have some amazing creative ability that you're not using yet. So I really see you stepping into that too.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
That's okay, and we are out of time. So just wishing you well, wishing everybody well, and looking forward to doing another show next week as we get 1 week closer to Christmas. So just again, let go of the anxiety. Keep saying, I am enough, I've done enough, and life is good. And that will help you just sail through the next few weeks as you live life and enjoy it. So Susan Kennedy signing off. See you next week.